Okay, I don't know how to start this, so I'll just start this. Um, I'm starting over at 30 and I'm gonna go all in. I'm gonna go all in with this YouTube channel. I'm gonna go all in with my hopes, dreams, goals, all that good stuff, whatever, whatever, right? And I'm doing this because I want to show that it's possible, even at a boomer age, like 30 years old. I think that it's still possible. I think it's very plausible. I think it's very probable even to do this and succeed. And if I can show people that I can do it, there's no reason that you can't do it. I mean, there's so many more people that are in a better position than me. Um, there's nothing like specifically remarkable about it. In fact, I would say that I had some disadvantages, and I still want to show that it's possible. So, this channel is going to be primarily about fitness and self-improvement because I think it's the foundation for success that bleeds into anything else that you want to do. Um, there's a reason why you see like so many of these CEOs that are just jacked and like really buff, way more than the average person. Um, is because it's so important. I mean, like, if you get fit, if you have a body that works well, that you can command, and having it command respect, it just works into everything else. Um, I'll talk about more on this later, but it's not an accident that Jeff Bezos is jacked. It's not an accident that Mark Zuckerberg is jacked. It's not an accident that Alex Hormozy is jacked out of his mind. Um, yeah, I'll speak on that later. So because it's gonna be primarily fitness channel, um, and self-improvement as well, like I said, I'm not in the greatest shape, pretty skinny guy, really skinny guy, um, kind of skinny fat, maybe even a little bit, which is the worst body type, but um, it'll change. I'll commit to this for at least 12 months. I will succeed after 12 months. And I want you to know that you can too. There's no reason why you can't also. Just watch me and you can learn. I think you're probably in a better position than me to be able to get fit if that's something that you've always wanted to do. Uh, for me personally, like my body is at a bit of a disadvantage. When I was born, my mom told me that I almost died, like not right out of the womb, but like soon after because I don't know, something was wrong. Um, I was born like pretty small and my mom like she went to the doctor and this is like before I moved to America and like we were really poor and you can't just like have access to a doctor like you can in a first world country. But anyway, um, I remember her saying that she like would go to the doctor's like door and she would just bang on the door until like she got an answer for some medicine or something. But I noticed that since I was growing up, I've always been much smaller and skinnier than like everybody else in my class, everybody else at my age. I have siblings younger than me, and there was a point where I was like 2 years older than my siblings, and my younger siblings were like taller than me. Eventually, everything everything's fine now. I'm like, average height, a little bit underweight, but that's on purpose a little bit. But I'm like, I'm like 5'9", 5'10" ish. So everything eventually like was okay, but definitely there was something going on where I was at a huge disadvantage growing up, and I couldn't really do the things that I wanted to do, fitness related anyway. I mean, I couldn't play like the sports that all the other kids were playing like as well. I wouldn't get picked for the teams, or I'd get picked last at recess or whatever, whatever. But anyway, um, someone like me, born like this, can still become top 1% body. And like I said, I'll show you. And I'll show you how you can too. So now you might be wondering, why am I doing this now? Why at like 30? Why, what is it? Why now? Why not before? I should have done it before. But basically, there's three things that convince me that I can do it now, and I think that anybody can do it now. Is number one, for me personally, I have the means and the opportunity to do it now. So I've when I say I'm going all in, I really mean it. I left my home. I'm in another country right now. I've changed my environment entirely to just focus on YouTube and just focus on getting shredded basically, and I will get shredded. And making this YouTube channel grow. Um, so I just I used to work in IT, but I haven't worked for a while in IT, and I was kind of lost, I guess. I didn't know what to do. I wasn't like I didn't really have like a direction. But this is something that I've always wanted to do, and I just have the means and the opportunity to just do it and just try it for a year. So why not? So that's number one. Number two is something called the creator economy. I think now more than ever, it's possible for people like me, people like you, if this is something you want to do, to just create what you want to create and be supported by people all around the world for doing what you love to do or what you're really interested in to do. And things like YouTube just make it possible. There's like three other examples that kind of come to mind when I'm thinking, what is the creator economy and why now? There's people like Dan Koe, Hamza's like self-improvement stuff and how, his journey worked, and really good value and advice that Alex Hormozy also gives for people like me that want to do this full time. Um, Examples like that and just consuming that kind of information, that kind of content, I'm convinced now that I can do this and I will do this. And the third reason is I really want to help people achieve their dreams too. I really want to help people get to their goals as well. Because I mean, it's fine doing it alone, but there's a really good quote from Into the Wild. It's a book and a movie. Highly recommend this movie to anybody. But basically, at the end of it, um, this guy he leaves spoilers or whatever, but it's a real story. He leaves his society basically. He leaves society to just like go and live in the wilderness, and he because he didn't like society, thought it was corrupt and there's problems, blah blah blah. But anyway, he ended up dying because he ate some plants or whatever. But at the end of it, he basically realized that happiness is only real when shared. And that's a quote that stuck with me for a long time. So if I do this alone, it's okay, it's cool, but if I can do this and I can like help other people do this, that's really fulfilling. So yeah, um, those three reasons um, are why I'm convinced I can do this now and why I want to do this now. Um, I will do this. If you want to know how, just watch. After 12 months have passed, I'll be a totally different person. I'll be transformed. Um, so if you want to come on this journey with me, please do. If you don't, you don't have to, but the time's gonna pass anyway, so you might as well, right? All right, thanks for watching.